For some Revit categories, including rooms, spaces, duct systems, piping systems, or electrical circuits, you can create a schedule to show information about the components that are located within or parts of those systems. I'll take the room category as an example. I will create a new room schedule. I'll call this room schedule 2 for the time being. Okay. I will add the level, the number, and the name. So I'm only going to show the room that we included within the schedule instruction room. So I'm going to filter the schedule by number equals 105. And I don't need to do any sorting because it will only have one element. Click OK. And you'll see here I have this room. If I select it, go to ground floor, you'll see that it's this room here. Returning to the schedule, you'll see that there is this embedded schedule box and properties that I can select on. Now what this allows me to do is embed a schedule of elements within this schedule. So I can click on the tick box next to embedded schedule. I can then select the category of elements within this room that I would like to schedule. Notice that you can't have multi-category schedules, you can only have single category embedded schedules. I'll click Furniture. Then if I go to Embedded Schedule Properties, it opens up another dialog box very similar to the standard schedule properties, where I can add the fields from the furniture category. So I could add the description and the count. I could then filter if I wanted to. I'm going to sort by the description. I'm going to untick Itemize every instance, go to formatting, and I'm going to calculate the totals of the count. If I go back to fields, you'll notice how these two fields are here. This means they will line up with the first and second field in the main room schedule. I click OK, and then OK. You'll see now that the description and the count have appeared as new headers below the level and number headers for the actual room, and I now have these two classroom chairs and rectangular tables with the count scheduled inside here. So this is an embedded schedule. However, it's not particularly clear at the moment. So what I could do is I could go back to the embedded schedule. I could go to the embedded schedule properties. I could add a calculated value to just say blank row, and I could make this a text parameter and add a formula of just 2 inverted commas, which will give me blank text. I can move that to the top. Click OK. OK again. You see now how it's shifted the classroom chair, the description, and the count into the next columns. I can then delete the header for this, for blank row. I can then group this description and count information. So I could then call this furniture information. And I could group the room information above. And I'll then align all these horizontally. What I'll then do is I'll then go to my instruction room layout sheet, and what I'll just do is I'll rename this schedule to instruction room embedded schedule. Click and drag the schedule onto this sheet, and you can see it on here now. What I might want to do is also change the formatting to say add a bit of shading to the fields that represent the room, and then add a bit of a different coloured shading to the fields that represent the furniture. Try and make it a little bit more obvious. However, there's limitations to how much organization you can achieve with embedded schedules, and because you can only add one type of category, I couldn't include all the other casework and electrical equipment that I've included in this type of schedule. You can see the count is the same, so it's got the classroom chair 36 and then the rectangular table as 6 instances, so it's counting correctly. It's just that you cannot include the additional categories. So this is something that I've never seen used in practice, but I thought I would just go through the functionality anyway.